Warum haben die Deutschen sie, sie und sie als Pronomen? Lass uns herausfinden. Why do the Germans have sie, and sie as personal pronouns? Please, let's find out. Still on pronouns, pronomen, and particularly dealing with personal pronouns, personal pronomen. We are looking at why do we have sie, und sie. Why do we have 4 types of these as basically the main personal pronouns in German? Why do we have this? We are going to find out. Let's go. So, still looking at personal pronouns, personal pronomen. And today we are going to be looking at these pronouns, pronomen, their meaning, Bedeutung, and some examples, Beispiele, and particularly today, sie, and sie. Let's look at the first sie. The first sie used in German represents she. So for the pronoun she, we use sie. And there are some examples here. We have sie läuft schnell. Sie läuft schnell. She runs fast. And for instance, as an example, if you were speaking to a lady friend or about a lady friend, so you are saying this lady friend runs fast, so you use sie. Sie läuft schnell. Another example, sie trinkt Wasser. She drinks water. Example, you are speaking to a female schoolmate, you use sie, she. She drinks water. Another example, sie isst viel. She eats a lot. You are speaking to your niece, for instance, you use she, that is sie. And the last example, sie mag Eis. She likes ice cream. For instance, you're speaking to or about your sister, so we use this sie. And we move on to the second sie. This same sie, but in another form, particularly whenever it is used in a sentence, no matter where it finds itself, it has to be used in capital letters or starting with a capital letter S. So this same sie is used for in the singular form, that is referring to just one person, and formally, that is referring to people who are not your relative, not your friends, not families, and we are talking about strangers. This sie represents or stands for you. So if you were referring to the person as you do not use du as in du, second person singular pronoun. No, you use sie because it's someone you are not familiar with, you are not friendly with, and this is a type of formal greeting. We already said the Germans have formal greetings and informal greetings. People you are not familiar with, you're referring to them, you use sie. So we have examples here. Laufen Sie schnell? So you're asking a question, you are speaking to an athlete, for instance, you do not know this athlete. You use sie, and take note, even though the sie is within the sentence, it still has capital letter S starting it. So laufen Sie schnell? Are you running fast? So you do not use du. You can't say läufst du schnell. No, you use sie to refer to people you do not know. They are not friends, they are not families, they are not your relatives. You use a formal way of addressing them, that is sie, and this is one. You're referring to just one person. So we have again, sie tragen Hemden. You wear shirts. So for instance, if you were speaking to a fashion designer, next you have trinken Sie Wasser, and again take note, the sie starts with capital letter. Wherever this formal way of addressing people or a particular person, in this case, you referring to one person, you're addressing such a person, the S is always in capital. So trinken Sie Wasser, do you drink water? For instance, if you are speaking to a stranger. Then, Sie schreiben Briefe. You write letters if you're referring to or speaking to a professor or your boss, for instance. So take note, this is the second way to use Sie. Let's move on to the third way. Another Sie refers this time to two or more people that you do not know. So plural, formal, non-relatives, not friends, and not families. These are people we do not know. So two or more. So we have Sie schließen die Tür. So we are referring to two or more doctors. For instance, you close the door. Again, folgen Sie Befehle. Are you following orders? You are speaking to two or more soldiers, for instance. So take note, these Sie, both with the singular and the plural form, formally always have capital S starting them wherever they find themselves in a sentence. So we have Sie mögen Eis. You like ice cream. So speaking to two or more strangers. Erstellen Sie Apps. Are you creating apps? You are speaking to two or more engineers, for instance. So this is the use of the third Sie. Both at number 2 and number 3 are always used in capital and they represent formal way of addressing people. Do not forget. Let's move on. Another Sie finally stands for die, referring to a group of people you are addressing. So for instance, we have Sie schauen Fern. They watch TV. Probably you are speaking about your friends. Then beginnen Sie heute. Are they beginning today? I'm speaking to or about some workers. Sie benutzen Autos. They use cars. You are speaking to or about a group of people. Now, we have schwimmen Sie schnell. Are they swimming fast? We are speaking about some students. So basically, these are, for the meantime or for now, the 4 types of Sie we have in German and how they can be used. Sie. If you still have a problem understanding them, you can send me some comments and I will explain it further. Let's move on. Übung exercise. Bitte bilden Sie jeweils 10 sinnvolle Sätze mit allen Formen von Sie. Sie und Sie. Wenn möglich, beziehen Sie sich auf frühere Lektionen. Vielen Dank. Please form 10 meaningful sentences, each with all the forms of Sie, and Sie. If possible, refer to previous lessons. Thanks a lot. Bis bald. Vielen Dank für Zuschauen. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Video. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.